Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros. I'm excited for this benchmark comparison. This is the most expensive staple PC on PCBros website. We're going to be going over the professional streamer and the two options that we have there for GPUs. But before we get into that, let me show you some cool things PCBros is offering right now. So if you scroll down on our website and check out the latest news, you'll see that we keep this updated pretty regularly. We'll drop details about events and meetup events, new merch drops, other projects that we're doing. If you're interested in what big things we got going on, scroll down and check out the latest news tab. Also, if you click on the All Gaming PCs tab, you'll see that we have a lot more to offer on the website than we have earlier this year because things are just a little bit easier to get now. You're gonna see this is gonna be a little bit more stocked than it was at the beginning of the year. We're very happy about that. We're able to get stuff from pretty high range PCs and then some good budget options as well. We really like to have an option for just about every budget out there. And you'll see the staple build show up on here as well. And it's usually in descending order of price. So we have the most expensive on the top with the cheapest option we have at the bottom. We also have a custom build consultation and advice. We can do a custom build request, so we can actually build that fully custom PC for you. We have been told we have one of the cheapest build fees, or we can do a PC parts list for you to build yourself, just giving you all the components that will work together and do what you want. We also have where you can get advice on how to upgrade your current PC. And if you look through, here are some of the cool custom PCs that we have done over the years. I like how each one is like completely different from the last. Check out PCBros.tech and see what deals we got going on, because we're always updating the website with the latest news, cool new PCs, and maybe some surprises down the line. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let's get right into this benchmark comparison. Again, we're going to be comparing the two GPU options that we have for our most expensive staple build, the professional streamer PC. This is going to have a Ryzen 5 9600X as the CPU for both options, but the GPU is going to change. The base model has the RX 9070, as you can see here, with 16 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM. You can do an upgrade to the RTX 5070 Ti. This is a $200 upgrade, but gets you into GDDR7. This is one of NVIDIA's brand new GPUs in the 50 series. If you look on this tab on the left here, we have both benchmarks individually, and I'm going to be taking both of these and comparing them and trying to help you make a decision on which one is best for you. Is it worth that $200 upgrade, or are you good with just the 9070, which is still a very powerful GPU today? We're comparing high end to high end. It's just how much power do you need? So let's get right into these benchmarks and check it out. Starting out on Cyberpunk 2077 ultra settings, 1440p. This is the RX 9070, and as you would expect from basically a top of the line system here, we're getting high refresh rates, so well over 100 frames, being around that 140 range. You can see that GPU is 98% utilized. You're going to see this on more of the graphically demanding games, and as we go through to the next scene on the outdoors, the frames per second is just going to go up as well. This is a very high performing system right here and good enough for most people, but something that you're missing out on a little bit with the RX 9070 is the great ray tracing options that you get when RTX is on. On games like Cyberpunk 2077, the ray tracing is really good. You can still do it, you're just going to be going through AMD's platform. Now, if we compare this with the exact same settings with the RTX 5070 Ti, we are getting that extra 20 to 30 FPS very consistently, and we're right now on the most demanding part of the benchmark. When we get outside, it's just gonna get even better than this. Getting around 100 FPS in this game on ultra 1440p is very impressive. Yeah, look, when we're going outside, we're getting around 200 FPS. It will dip around a little bit, but you won't notice those stutters when you're playing games really at all. Getting this high of performance is pretty awesome. And if we check here on the 5070 5070 Ti with ultra ray tracing. So this is ultra settings, everything cranked up with ray tracing. We're still getting above what the other system is getting with just regular ultra. So we're getting well over 160 FPS and getting that ray tracing capability. And we're now using more of that CPU as well. Now, if we go to another single player high graphically demanding game like Black Myth Wukong, this is again the RX 9070, high settings 1440p, and we're getting well over 200 FPS. On either of these systems, you'll be able to play high refresh rate. So if you want that high refresh rate 1440p monitor, you're definitely going to be gaming in luxury with either of these systems. That little extra power does help. And just to preface a little bit, this is with the super resolution to 70%, while the 9070, the super resolution was at about 40%. So this is going to be sharper image, better quality, and you're still getting in a decent high FPS, like around 125. So this one, these settings weren't completely the same exactly, but you can see we can still crank it up even higher than the last system and it still be very enjoyable. I would say anything around 120 at this point, you're going to be gaming just fine. Now, when we go very high settings with ray tracing at about that 70% super resolution point, we are getting about 70 FPS, which is still very playable in these single player games, because really anything over 60 FPS on single player games like this is going to be very enjoyable. You're going to be enjoying the game at basically the highest. You see, we're maxing out that 5070 Ti. Now I'm going to compare two different games. For the RTX 5070 Ti, I have chosen Marvel Rivals. This is high settings 1440p, giving us a little bit of a look into the esports games on this system, where we're seeing the utilization is a little bit closer to each other for that CPU and GPU, and we're getting about 120 FPS. These games are way more demanding than you might think, and I was told that this game does have some ray tracing, like auto enabled. So playing this game in high settings 1440p, as you can see, there's a lot of things that go on the screen at once, a lot to load in, so the CPU is pushing a little bit more than we've seen in those single player games, but we're still gonna be able to get that high refresh rate gaming even in high demanding esports titles like Marvel Rivals. But I tested a different game for the 9070. This is Black Ops 6 on extreme settings 1440p. Now these single player or multiplayer really too, first person shooters are also going to be using, especially ones that are this demanding, a lot of the GPU power, as well as you can see we're close to 70% utilization on the CPU, and we're still getting around 120. So all these games are going to be able to benefit from a high refresh rate 1440p monitor. And if you're not too worried about ray tracing on all your games, if you just want a high refresh rate, high resolution gaming experience that looks and feels really good, and you want to experience the best this generation of PC gaming has to offer, either option is going to be great. But I don't necessarily think you always have to go for that $200 upgrade option. You see, the performance on both are very similar, and it would take a lot more pushing to start to see the 5070 Ti win over the RX 9070. So let's weigh some of the pros and cons here. For being an AMD GPU and the baseline of this system, you can still enjoy 1440p gaming with a high refresh rate and crank up those settings and basically not have to worry about it. Now, you will be getting a performance increase if you upgrade to the RTX 5070 Ti, but it won't really be noticeable in most use cases, especially if you just want to play 1440p gaming, high refresh rate, and crank up those settings. The ray tracing will be better, but is it worth that $200 upgrade all the time? It will have to be if you're really specifically wanting to get in the 50 series and like NVIDIA better. That I would recommend that $200 upgrade is usually not worth it for most people, but you are getting a performance decrease that, based on the benchmarks, isn't really noticeable all that much. So I think for most people, the RX 9070, you're going to be playing all your favorite games and have a great time for sure. The only thing that I might consider is getting the 2 terabyte upgrade. Games are just so storage hungry nowadays that 2 terabytes is not a bad option. 1 terabyte's just fine for now, and it does come with it on the base model. Now, both of these options do come with a 1-year warranty, is all parts and labor, and we have a great full-time staff like in-house that takes care of all of the repair options, and we have a full-time front desk person that would answer the phone if you look up our number on Google. So if you have any questions in person and want to ask more about this PC, feel free to call the front desk. Tell him Zach sent you. He will definitely, I think he'll definitely get a kick out of that. Now, both of these PCs also come with Windows 11 installed, tested, and activated, so you are getting the Windows key as well, and all the drivers that you need, so you can just plug and play and enjoy high-end gaming here in 2025. So in conclusion, both options are fantastic. If you want something that has the best PC gaming has to offer here in 2025, obviously that $200 upgrade will give you a performance increase, but not really noticeable at this high end, especially because the 9070 is still performing very well. There will be slight things like the highest end ray tracing that you might be missing out on. Oh yeah, both systems also have 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. This is at 5600 megahertz, so it's 2 sticks of 16. So this also helps a lot in gaming and demanding tasks. Let me know in the comments down below, which option would you choose? Are you team AMD or team Nvidia? And do you like the 50,000 series? Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.